Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Kobold. I recently got some amazing deals from Miniature Market that I want to show you. This is two different orders that I got. First one was a set of pre-painted D&D minis. Here you can see a Frost Giant that I got. Here is a Blister Coil Weird. The Blister Coil Weird is an elemental, I think, from Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, and is basically the same size as a human, so I'm just showing it here in comparison to the giant. And then I got two Stone Giant Dreamwalkers. Different variations. There you can see one has a spear, the other one has a staff with a flag on it. In addition to that, I got this Empyrean, which is the largest of them. And here's a fairy dragon, Otto, which I believe is from the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Very cool looking. Also got a Sphinx of Judgment, a Jinn, a Dao, and finally a tiny Tresim, which is might be too tiny to actually see on the video, but it's a tiny cat with wings. Now, I bought this at full price on Miniature Market, and what's interesting is that Miniature Market has international shipping for loose miniatures, miniature singles. So you get international shipping for $1 no matter how many or how large miniatures you get. And this entire thing, this entire order with 4 huge miniatures and 4 large miniatures and 1 small and 1 medium miniature, all in all came up to a total of $30, and I think that's a great deal. Next up are these Besieged Miniatures. This one's a kind of strange dragon creature. It's called Sculpted Icomoth the Dragon. And the other one here, 6-legged creature, is called Sculpted Avatar of the Abyss. And I thought they were both very cool looking. An interesting thing about this dragon is it has these two, I don't know if they're supposed to be antennae or if they're supposed to be horns, but to me they look more like antennae. And it does not look like this dragon has eyes. So maybe it just uses the antenna to get a grip on its surroundings instead. In addition to those, I also got a bunch of miniatures from a game called The Others. First off were all these tiny markers with tentacles. I think they're called corruption markers. Now, I have primed these already, but they are actually this moss green color, like army green. But yeah, they come in a pack of 60, and these are just half of them. I painted up 16 of those to use for the spell Evard's Black Tentacles, as I figured they were perfect for that. And I gave some away to a friend as well. So these are the remaining 28. In addition, I got some expansion packs for the game. This is the Greed expansion packs. The Others, I don't really know the game, but it seems to base itself on the 7 Deadly Sins. I've taken out everything in here. There's more packaging inside, but Each expansion comes with 8 miniatures. So you have 1 human miniature and 6 minions and 1 avatar. This is the Greed set, and you can see this huge avatar of Greed. Looks like it's just pushing things into its mouth. It's got 6 arms that it can greedily just shove food into its mouth with. The controller, the humanoid miniature, he looks a bit too modern for me, but I really want to be able to use him for something, so maybe I'll be able to just modify him a bit. But his belly has become this creature on its own, so you can see there's a huge mouth on the belly and 2 arms kind of holding his belt, which I think is really, really interesting. And then there are these 6 small Greed minions that I really like. Then there's the Gluttony expansion. Here's the avatar of Gluttony, and it's just mouths, tentacles, and fat, basically. The minions look like fat humans that have just erupted with tentacles. And the controller is an almost naked lady with just tentacles and a huge belly. It's just crazy. So that's the Gluttony expansion. Then we have the Roth expansion. The Roth Minis are the least crazy looking ones of those I bought. So you got the avatar, and he basically just looked like a really angry demon. And there are these hound-like creatures with huge heads, huge mouths that split into 3. Very cool looking. And then there's the controller miniature. He just kind of looks like an angry zombie, an angry biker zombie, or angry metalhead zombie. Pretty cool, but he looks very, very modern. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get any use of him for D&D, but maybe I'll get some other use for him. And finally, it's the Lust expansion. The Lust expansion it's horrible, and I love it. Here's the avatar. It's 3 heads on the top there, and there's saggy boobs, and it looks like there are like tiny tiny babies on the lower part there. It's incredibly crazy, and you can see on the minions as well, their entire lower body or front of the body is just boobs, lots of breasts, and they look horrible. The controller or humanoid human figure here looks kind of like a priest of some kind. It's got this elaborate looking chest formed as a church temple of some kind, and it looks like he has this strange looking inhuman baby in his arms. And I think that there's that little cord there might be an umbilical cord actually. It's super crazy. So those are all the ones I got. There's one more expansion. I think it's the Envy expansion, but this was all on sale on a miniature market. Got this really cheap in comparison to what it usually goes for. But the sad thing was that miniature market forgot to put the Envy expansion up for sale until like 1 day after I had ordered. So I will just see if I can get that later. Also, the last 2 factions based on the Cardinal Sins are in the main game. This was, in any case, a very cool find. I love these miniatures, I love crazy stuff like this, and these will be amazing demons for my D&D game. So I hope you enjoyed, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.